help me welcome your next speaker, Miguel B. Put it down. Put it down, Miguel B.
At the beginning of time, there was nothing. BAM! Our world was created, and throughout our history, we created many things, from the light bulb and the first computer. And just until a recent decade, we created a cell phone. Now, the cell phone can do a lot of things. It can allow you to check the weather, to check the news, text your friend from miles away, and it made our lives very convenient. But like all things, it has a downside. And if we don't use it properly, it can hurt our lives in clever ways. Good morning, good afternoon, fellow leaders of tomorrow, most honorable judges, and our most welcome guests. Raise your hand if you have a phone. Yes, many of us have a phone these days. And back in grade 4, I got my first iPhone. Now, I got my iPhone because it's for the purpose of contacting my parents and contacting my friends, but I found more. I found apps like Instagram, Snapchat, and I began to use them more and more, to the point where I would use it hours and hours each day. One day, my friend came to my house, and he asked me whether or not I want to go outside. But I was lying in my bed, comfortably, scrolling through my phone. And so I just didn't want to go out. And so I quickly made up an excuse and said to him, "Oh, sorry, man, I gotta do my homework today, and maybe next time." He didn't believe me at first, but eventually I convinced him. And that cycle will go on for a long time. After some time, I realized I was changing. During dinners with my family, I was usually the most talkative one. But now, I was just quietly staring into my phone. On top of that, I was also playing games. And I played a game called Minecraft, a survival game. And there's a mode on it where there's 4 teams, and you gotta eliminate all the other teams in order to win. I was very good at it. And this one day, I decided that I am going to go on a 5-win streak. So when my parents left the house, I started. I played for hours and hours. I still couldn't get 5 wins. And so when I was around 10, I heard my parents coming back. And I had no choice but to close my computer and go upstairs and fall asleep, pretending. So the next day I wake up, I went to school. I completely forgot to finish up a project that our group had wanted me to finish. The group was very disappointed, and I was very ashamed of myself. Now, my parents weren't too happy because they noticed that my eyesight is getting worse. And so, when the report card came out at the end of the semester, it didn't look so good. I wasn't feeling too happy. And so, I started thinking, why? What made me change in such a short amount of time? I couldn't get the answer at first, but turns out my parents figured it out. My mom told me that from Monday to Friday, you can only go on your phone after 8 for 30 minutes. And on the weekends, you can play your games after you finish everything. And by everything, I mean a lot of things. And so, I didn't quite like that idea. But in the back of my head, I knew it was something that has to be done. So I did it, so I followed along. It was really hard at the beginning of the week. Every time I would sneak on my phone, my mom would come over and force me to put it down. But as time passed by, I started to notice the difference. I was going on with my friend more. I was finishing my work. I was doing the things that I was supposed to do. And so one day, my parents left the house again. And I found my phone in this tiny drawer. I was very excited, so I grabbed it out. But suddenly, I remembered that I still have an essay to do. And I was hesitating. So I thought of last year, and I thought of the last month. I decided I'll put it down for now. So I went and I finished my essay. After I finished my essay, I finally want to go on my phone. But then the doorbell rang. It was my friend, now with more people. He asked me whether or not I want to go out and to go swimming. I was hesitating again. But my mind told me that I have to go with him. And eventually, we had lots of fun together, and we made great memories. In the end, I was feeling like myself again. So in conclusion, our phones can benefit us. Anybody can also harm us in many different ways. It's a habit to put your phone down before something more important. And so today, leaders tomorrow, the next time when you're faced with a decision, either to go on your phone or go out with your friend, I challenge you to put your phone down.